Things are getting interesting politically. On 27th of this month, that's about 1 week away, Kenyans will be going to the polls in some constituencies and some wards to elect their preferred leaders. And for some days now, I've been analyzing some surveys that are coming from the ground. We've so far analyzed Mbeere North constituency, where UDA's candidate is currently on the lead, though with a very slim margin. We've also looked at Malava, where DAP's candidate Seth Panyako is also leading, but with a slight margin. Some of our fans here were very critical of those surveys, saying those were state-sponsored opinion polls, that they don't reflect the true will of the people. Eugene Wamalwa's party, DAP party, yesterday evening shared out a poll that we did analyze here. Eugene's party is celebrating because DAP's candidate, Seth Panyako, has a lead. They are celebrating the survey we did analyze here. Let's have a look at what the party shared out yesterday evening. DAP K party, tuna finish kumalo, kama sio Seth ni Panyako, and then you are seeing there, Malava constituency by election. Preference rating question. If elections were held today, who would you vote for as the next MP for Malava constituency? Seth Panyako, 47.2%, David Ndakwa, 40.3%, others 3.1%, undecided 9.4%. This is what has caused celebrations in the DAP party, Eugene's party. Margin error is plus or minus 3. If you minus 3 from Seth Panyako's percentage, you'll get about 44%. If you add 3 to David Ndakwa's percentage, you'll get around 43%. So it can as well be 44 for Seth Panyako and 43 for David Ndakwa. I consider that as a tie. And I'm saying a tie because sometimes the opinion polls cannot be 100% accurate. If there is only a 1% difference between the candidates, then it can go either way. That's why I consider this a tie. I have a very bad news for DAP party supporters and for Eugene and the united opposition. I've been keenly following Malava constituency by-election. Panyako's ratings have been gradually coming down. If you look at the past opinion polls in that constituency, Panyako's ratings have been coming down. Ndakwa's ratings have been going up. And something tells me very strongly that in the remaining 1 week, anything can happen. I won't be surprised to find Oda's candidate, David Ndakwa, winning Malava parliamentary by-election on 27th this month. Something tells me very strongly that Ndakwa has got a higher chance of winning that seat than Seth Panyako. And I'm saying that because looking at the statistics, Ndakwa's popularity has been rising steadily, while Panyako's ratings have been declining steadily. Yes, if that trend continues, David Ndakwa has a higher chance of winning this. And also, if you find an opposition candidate with this slight lead in an opinion poll, that also spells doom. An opposition candidate with a slight lead, just a slight lead in an opinion poll, that spells doom. The candidate ought to have widened his lead with a very big margin. That would have left no room for manipulation. But with this slight lead, I'm seeing danger here, ladies and gentlemen. I want us to dig deep into this for Kenyans to understand what's happening here better. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Traditionally, Malava constituency always votes for the government's candidate. And on 27th elections, Ndakwa will be the government's candidate. If you look at that history, residents of Malava might tilt towards Ndakwa on 27th. And that's why I still consider this as a very complicated situation for the opposition. Malava might decide to go with the government's candidate the way they've been doing. What do you think will happen if Ruto's candidate wins Malava? If Ruto's candidate wins, then a clear message will have been sent out to the opposition that Western as a whole might eventually support Ruto. I'm saying Western as a whole because apart from Bungoma, all other Western counties have been supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. And now that Raila Odinga left ODM party in the broad-based government, chances are very high that a whopping majority of Western residents will vote for Ruto, courtesy to the fact that Raila Odinga left them in the broad-based government. That's what I'm seeing will happen. Bungoma County, there is Moses Wetangula. Wetangula is also a respected leader in Bungoma, and he can easily influence how Bungoma will vote in 2027. So if you add Bungoma to these other Western counties, we might eventually have the entire Western counties voting for Ruto. The United Opposition's candidate also losing in Malava will have also sent a clear message that Tawe, Trans Nzoia Governor Natembeya, is very much overrated. He's seriously overrated. Panyako is a very strong candidate. And even in the last parliamentary elections of 2022, Panyako missed winning that seat with just a whisker. The winner had about 22,000. Panyako had about 20 to 21,000 votes. The margin was very minimal. So Panyako is a very strong candidate. The opposition has Panyako. David Ndakwa has been an MCA, not a very much popular candidate in that constituency. If Ndakwa wins this, then that can also mean that constituency is already leaning towards the broad-based government. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. We are waiting to see how it will go. But from where I sit, that seat can go to either the opposition or the government's team. But most likely, the government's candidate, David Ndakwa, might carry the day. Let's meet here after that election to see if we get it right or wrong. But it can go to any of these two candidates. It's too close to call. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya.